Today, we're talking about Marriott. You know the name, right? It's everywhere. But its origin story? It's probably not what you're picturing. What if I told you this global empire, with literally millions of rooms, all started with a frosty mug of root beer? Seriously, it's a surprising and honestly a delicious place to start. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's just start with a number. Take a look at this, 1.7 million. What is that? Well, that's how many hotel rooms Marriott International has in its portfolio around the globe. It's kind of hard to even wrap your head around a number that big.
And yeah, with that many rooms spread out over more than 9,300 properties, it makes Marriott the undisputed heavyweight champion. They are the largest hotel company on the planet, period. From super luxury resorts to just a place to crash for the night, their footprint is absolutely massive. So you have to wonder, how does a company even get this big? Where does an empire that can host millions of people every single night, where does something like that even begin? I promise you the answer is going to surprise you. That's right, I'm not kidding. It all kicked off in 1927 in Washington, D.C. Not with some grand hotel, but with a tiny 9-seat A&W root beer stand. This little stand is the single seed from which this entire global empire grew. Crazy, right?
And that's really the heart of this story, that journey from a tiny stand to a global hospitality giant. And to really get it, we have to go all the way back to the beginning.
All right, section 1, the root beer span start. So picture this, it's 1927. The summers in Washington, D.C. are just brutal, right? So the founders, J. Willard and Alice Marriott, they opened that simple root beer stand to help people cool off. Super smart. And pretty soon, they added food to the menu, and boom, a restaurant chain was born.
This timeline really shows the evolution here. For the first 30 years, that's right, 3 decades, Marriott wasn't even a hotel company. They were in the food business. Their Hot Shops chain was a smash hit, growing like crazy, and even going public in 1953. It took a full 30 years before they finally dipped their toes into the hotel world in '57.
And this little detail just perfectly captures how much times have changed. That first property, the Marriott Motor Hotel in Virginia, charged just $9 a night. 9! Plus an extra $1 for every person you crammed into the car. It was a simple idea, aimed right at that growing wave of American families hitting the open road.
Okay, on to our next section, pivoting to properties. For decades, the company was juggling both restaurants and hotels. But then, in the 1990s, they made a decision that completely changed the game and set the stage for some absolutely explosive growth. It was nothing short of a strategic masterstroke.
Here was the crucial move. In 1993, the company split in two. One company, Host Marriott, got to keep all the expensive real estate. The other one, Marriott International, got to focus on what it did best, managing and franchising the brand. This asset-light strategy was the key. It meant Marriott could expand its game everywhere without the massive cost of having to buy every single building.
And that brings us to section 4, building the hotel empire. Now that they were freed from the burden of owning all that property, Marriott International went on an absolute shopping spree. Instead of building hotels one by one, it started buying up entire hotel chains. And this is where the growth really took off.
The first big move came in 1995. Marriott bought a 49% stake in the Ritz-Carlton. Just like that, they had a powerful foothold in the high-end luxury market, and it was a huge signal of their ambition to cover every single segment of the industry.
But you know, the Ritz-Carlton deal, that was just the warm-up act. The acquisition that truly changed the game and cemented Marriott's place at the top was its massive takeover of a huge competitor, Starwood Hotels and Resorts.
After a pretty intense bidding war, Marriott closed the deal in 2016 for a staggering $13.6 billion. This wasn't just buying a few hotels, it was absorbing an entire hospitality giant.
And what they got in this deal was just unbelievable. It added 1.1 million rooms, and maybe even more importantly, it gave Marriott a much larger international footprint. Plus, it brought all these iconic brands like Sheraton, Westin, and the super trendy W hotels into the Marriott family. It was a total game changer. So all this explosive growth leads us to the Marriott of today. Let's call it Marriott's modern kingdom. It's a complex kingdom of brands designed to cater to pretty much every single traveler on Earth. The company now has over 30 brands, and they're all segmented into these different categories. So whether you're looking for ultimate luxury at a St. Regis, a reliable business stay at a Courtyard, or a long-term apartment-style room at a Residence Inn, it is all part of the same ecosystem. You've probably stayed at a Marriott property without even realizing it.
And the glue that holds this whole kingdom together for all of us, the customers, it's Marriott Bonvoy. After the Starwood merger, the company combined 3 huge loyalty programs into one behemoth. In doing so, they created one of the most powerful customer loyalty engines in the entire travel industry.
Okay, but being the biggest doesn't just come with perks. Operating at this kind of scale brings a very unique, very complex set of challenges and controversies. And that brings us to our final section, the challenges of scale.
For instance, being this big makes you a massive target. Shortly after the Starwood deal went through, Marriott revealed a huge data breach of the Starwood database, exposing the personal data of hundreds of millions of guests. I mean, a total cybersecurity nightmare. On top of that, its business practices have come under fire. The company has faced lawsuits over non-transparent resort fees that can surprise you at checkout, and was even fined $600,000 for blocking guests' personal Wi-Fi hotspots. These are the kinds of complex problems that just inevitably pop up when you operate at such an immense global scale.
So when you boil it all down, the journey is just remarkable. They started small, a single root beer stand. They pivoted smart into a whole new industry. They cleverly structured the business for rapid growth, and then they just aggressively acquired their rivals to achieve total market domination.
And that leaves us with a final thought. When you are already the biggest hotel company in the world, what's next? How do you continue to innovate and grow while also managing all the immense challenges that come with being number one? That's the big question Marriott is facing today.